Hello, ordained for purpose, brothers and sisters in Christ. I just want to get up here and to just say that we are not waiting on God to do something. He is waiting on us to get in line. He is waiting on us to line ourselves up with Him. Because what is meant for us, we shall receive, but we will not receive it until we are lined up with the will of God. We have to be in place and ready to receive what God has for us. We think that we are waiting on God when in reality, God is waiting on us. Because God is in position to do what He needs to do to bless us. We need to get in position to be able to receive the blessing and do with the blessing what God has intended for it to be done. Because majority of the time when God blesses us, it is not just for us. Because people will see God move in your life and you will be able to testify that God moved in your life, that God done something. I remember I'm sitting in the house right now that I prayed for. And God already said I could have the house. I wrote everything down, but I had to get myself in position to receive the house. I had to start doing things and showing God that I'm ready for this blessing because it is a blessing. And I used to think, I don't got to do anything. He just going to hand it to me. And sometimes that might be the case. You don't have to do nothing and God will open up the heavens and pour your blessing out. But sometimes when we are asking God for something, we do have to do some things in order to receive what God has for us. We have to put in work. We have to be lined up. We have to be doing His business. We have to be in right standing with God. So when you're sitting here and you're thinking, oh my God, I done told God this years ago. I done asked God for this years ago. I still ain't got it. And He like, daughter, son, I've been waiting to release this to you. I've been waiting to bless you with this, but you're not ready to receive it. You are not going to do with it what I want you to do with it. It's not just for you to hold and hoard. But I'm going to sit it right here because it belongs to you. It's not nobody else's. It has your name on it. So until you line yourself up and you get yourself right and you show me that you are ready for the blessing that I have for you, things that are stored up, that God has stored up for us with our name on it, all He waiting for us to do is get with the program, get right with Him, do what we're supposed to do. It's like you asking for, God, I want a new car. God gonna give you a new car. But what are you going to do to get that new car? How are you going to show God that you're going to keep that car maintained? If you have another car and you're ready to upgrade, are you showing God that you are ready for the upgrade? Are you keeping your car clean? Are you keeping up with the oil and the maintenance and this and that? Are you keeping your car washed? Are you following the laws of the land? Far as wearing your seatbelt, doing the speed limit, putting your signals on when need be. God says you can have another car, you can have an upgrade, but my daughter and my son, you're asking me for this and I got it right here. It's right here, but you got to be right here with me as well. You got to show me that you can get it. And then on top of that, what are you going to do with the other car? Are you going to bless someone with that car? Are you going to be a blessing in someone's life just like I just dropped this blessing in your life? And I just keep going back to this house that God gave me. Okay, God, I pray for this house. God, this is what I want to do with this house. I got a beautiful backyard, a big backyard in my house. And I'm thinking, okay, how can I edify God and how can I serve God and show him that this house is what I asked for and that, yes, I am able to receive it. I'm going to have some tent revivals in that backyard. God blessed me with this house so that I can bless others. So that others can know who he is and see how he works in our lives. This house belongs to God. I am just occupying it. But I prayed for this house for a long time. And for a long time, I could not hear God tell me the requirements. I had to meet some requirements. And then once I got into realizing that God was waiting on me, I started meeting those requirements. And now that I am here in this beautiful home that God has blessed me with, now it's time for me to work. Now it's time for me to open up my home and let God use it for his glory, what he was intended for this house to be used for. This blessing is not just for me. It is for those that are attached to me also. It is for the souls that need to be saved through this house. This house is ministry. This house wasn't just for me. God didn't place the desire in my heart to have my own house, to be able to buy a house just for me to just say I bought a house. No, this was for ministry. That backyard out there is for ministry. It is for those who want to get to know God. We're going to have church back there. We're going to have tent revivals back there. I'm going to help feed the homeless. I'm going to do whatever it is that God has called me to do in this house because he blessed me. And now I have to bless his people. So remember, brothers and sisters, when we're sitting here waiting for God to bless us, he's waiting on us to get right, to receive the blessing. Because he won't give us a blessing too early because we'll fumble it. It keeps saying prematurely. He won't give us something prematurely. And sometimes we need to take ourselves out the way and don't tell God what we need. Ask God, what do we need? Because God knows us better than we know ourselves. But God is not going to give us something prematurely because he knows that if he give it to us too soon, we're going to mishandle it. We're going to misuse it. It's not going to be profitable to the kingdom. So brothers and sisters in Christ, ordained for purpose family, I love you guys so much with the love of Christ. And until God drops something in my spirit, I'll see you guys again.